Hey, welcome back to MVP Hot Wheels. This is Diesel and Mac, and I have the 55 Nomad, or Classic Nomad, in front of us from the Cal Customs. It looks kind of funky. It's kind of interesting thing that happens with the fluorescent colors is this is kind of what it looks like in the picture at this point, and then if you kind of touch this to focus a little bit, they completely change color. So now it's like a completely different car. It's kind of a pain to take pictures sometimes because you're trying to get a consistent picture and they don't always show up that way. So when you take the first picture and then flip it around and try to get it to be about the same color, sometimes that becomes a pain when you're doing that with these types of paint jobs and stuff. But I got three different variations. This is, like I said, from the Cal Customs series. This is an international release only. And then let's go ahead and go over these three different variations here. So the first one here, we'll get this to focus a little bit, is going to be the smaller Cal Custom logo. The other two have a larger one. This does have a little bit more vibrant blue in the tampo than the other two do. I think it's just an earlier run, is what I would say, and has some pretty fresh ink in the little tampos stamping process that it has. You got these turbo wheels with the chrome lip red inside. So this little piece will pop out of this wheel, and sometimes when they pull this off of the plastic stems, it'll keep some of the stem in there and it won't sit in these wheels very well. So you can pop that out, trim that little plastic piece off, and then put them back in. I have had to do that before on these turbo wheels and the PC5s as well. So something to think about. Man, this thing's all over with the focus. But this variation is the smaller one, and it does have the smaller space in between 1969 and Malaysia. So that's the difference on this one here. It does have an open steering wheel, so you can kind of see that right there at the yellow interior. I haven't seen a closed steering wheel on this particular variation, but that is a possibility that could be out there as well. As far as the next variation, it's going to be this size of the Cal Custom. So I'll pull both of these back up here. So there's the difference in the size. You can see the one is pretty small up on that sunroof, and the other one's pretty much filling the sunroof. So that's kind of the difference. This one again has the smaller space between the year and the country of origin, and everything else is the same. That blue is just not as vibrant. Let's see if I can get this up here and then get it to focus a little bit better here. There we go. So you can kind of see how this one's got some nice vibrant colors in here, and that one not so much. They're all a little bit lighter. I could also do from how much the paint is cured when the tampo got on. I've seen some differences in that as well. All right, so this one has the larger Cal Custom logo on the sunroof, and this one has the additional space between 1969 and Malaysia. You can see that is over just a little bit compared to the other one. So just to give you that difference or reference for that. You could find this variation on several of the 55 Nomads from the time frame, where they have a couple different base variations with where the text is on that kind of stuff. So, but there is all three. I did add all of these to the website, so they're all on mvphotwheels.com. If you're a subscriber, you can add those three to any list that are equivalent, that relate to what you're looking for, or if you have them or not. And like I said, I've been seeing some other people build some pretty cool lists. They got some pretty awesome collection of black walls on the website showing. That's pretty cool to see. And like I said, if you subscribe, I'll give you an extra month if you subscribe from this video or during the week or something like that. So I'll see new subscriptions pop up, and then I'll just add an extra month to your guys' time. And then as you're putting stuff in, if you see anything that's wrong, feel free to let me know, either on the comments here or on Facebook or mvphwc@gmail.com. Any of those ways, and I'll go and do my best to make sure I get everything fixed or taken care, or just address your questions or whatever you have there. But here is, like I said, the 55 Nomad from the Cal Custom series. These are the three variations that I know of. There could be another one out there with a small Hot Wheels logo or small Cal Custom logo and the larger space in between the year and the country of origin. So if you have that, drop that down in the comments as well. I'll do some more research for it and see if there's anything I'm missing. But there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.